after filing a suit May the 21st is not going to sit well with her. And I believe, and it's the purpose of this hot take, she is not going to let them out from under the contempt proceeding. It changes nothing. The only question is when, not if, she's going to be ordering Abrego Garcia and his lawyers and the Trump administration to show up in her courtroom to discuss why they've been yanking her chain, or as she once put it, taking the ball of string away from the cat, trying to tease the cat about Abrego Garcia when they were able to bring him home at any time all along. Well, that's what this indicates. That's what the indictment, bringing him in under the indictment guise. That's just a distraction from Donald Trump folding again. It's the taco moment all over again. Maybe they thought with the battle with Elon Musk brewing and Donald Trump effectively being called a pedophile with Jeffrey Epstein, nobody would notice they were going to bring home Abrego Garcia. I assure you, Judge Zinnes notices. And so he'll be arraigned, yes, by a magistrate or a federal judge in Tennessee on some charges of human trafficking because, as we saw in the reports, he got stopped with 9 people in his car in Tennessee on his way to a construction site. And they let him go at the time and didn't charge him, nor did they give him a ticket even for a suspended license. But the indictment says, oh, he's been working for the last 9 years with a human smuggling ring all around the country. And there is a confidential informant, I'm sure he's reliable, who has come out suddenly against Abrego Garcia. And they were able to get an indictment of transportation, 2 counts on... 2 counts. Let me just get the counts right because I do have the indictment here. Conspiracy to transport aliens and unlawful transportation of undocumented aliens. All right. The good news is he's back in the United States. He's going to appear before a federal judge or magistrate in a black robe. He's going to get his due process rights. He's going to have a lawyer present. And we're going to get to the bottom of this indictment, whether it stands on solid ground or not. Doesn't change the Zinnes case at all. That case has to do with him being sent over an order that he should not be sent to El Salvador. 2 different judge orders by Judge Zinnes in putting the Trump administration in contempt. And this only strengthens her hand against the Trump administration, the fact that they were finally able to get them out, or they were able to get them out really whenever they wanted to. Even Judge Boasberg yesterday said in his order, it's obvious that the Trump administration has control over prisoners that are in El Salvador, at least constructive control. And he certified a whole class of 250 people not named Abrego Garcia, that now they can sue for their habeas corpus rights in his courtroom. And he says, I see the ruse. That's the problem with Donald Trump's too smart by half strategies. Everybody in a black robe and those that watch Legal AF and Midas Touch see the ruse. So she's going to order Judge Zinnes after he's arraigned that he be brought from federal detention center by federal marshals to her courtroom, and that the Trump administration show up with the Department of Justice and now explain how they have been jerking her around, not telling her the truth about bringing him back. And now they only brought him back when they wanted to, when they were good and ready to, on a phony indictment, and not because the federal judge ordered her to, as supported by the United States Supreme Court. I don't think so. Have a seat, gentlemen, I think the judge will say, and we will move on from there. So here's the boil down. This does not solve Donald Trump's problem. If he's solving for that equation, he is not solved for the equation. He's going to be found after this motion practice and the further filings. This does not exonerate him. This does not absolve him. This does not pardon him or his administration. And the Department of Justice lawyers have a lot of explaining to do in front of Judge Zinnes. We'll cover it all right here on the Midas Touch Network and on Legal AF. Come on over to Legal AF, the YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. Help us continue to grow that pro-democracy channel and be the clearinghouse for you, be the one-stop shop for you of all things that are at the intersection of law and politics. You see how hot that corner is right now. Our justice, our way of life depends on the intersection of law and politics, and I'm glad you're here for it. I'm Michael Popak. Can't get your fill of Legal AF? Me neither. That's why we formed the Legal AF Substack. Every time we mention something in a hot take, whether it's a court filing or a oral argument, come over to the Substack. You'll find the court filing and the oral argument there, including a daily roundup that I do called, wait for it, Morning AF. What else? All the other contributors from Legal AF are there as well. We got some new reporting. We got interviews. We got ad-free versions of the podcast and hot takes. Where? Legal AF on Substack. Come over now to free subscribe.